Alright, hello everyone. My name is Nightflyer621. Welcome to my little let's play of Biomutant. Oh wow. How the hell is he supposed to get out of that? Okay, so
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant.
alright, so first let's take a quick look at the settings. Nothing changed here. In the camera, I did increase the field of view and turn off depth of field. Nothing changed. I turned down some of the music and I turned off the frequency of the narration, and the gibberish turned off completely. I don't know if that's gonna affect the characters actually speaking gibberish in the game. We'll see. As far as my graphical settings, I'm at 4K. Sharpening has been turned up. Well, turned up even more. No dynamic resolution, and everything is maxed out. Okay. Let's do this. Medium hard, medium hard, medium hard, medium. Still heavy motion blur in there.
Encode your DNA.
Alright, so in my opinion, you pick your race here, and even though there are stats assigned to each one of them, the stats you could always change later on, so it's not really that important. However, you cannot change your race later on, so to me, this one and this one. I mean, cutesy is on this way, and hardcore, rugged look is this one, so it looks too much like a bat. I guess it's the buck tooth and those ears. So yeah, it's between this one and this one. Rex. I'll go with him.
Define your genetic structure.
Right, so this is what I was talking about. If I wanted vitality, can change that there. But in this case, I'm more leaning towards agility. Right. Strength and agility is my two things. Okay, now it does reduce my intellect by 10 and my vitality by 10. Strength and agility. Okay, well.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Put points into that later. I'm always biased to fire.
Choose your first style.
My first style. Similar, slightly different. Oh, what was that?
Pick your main color.
I was actually okay with that. Since I'm fire-based, I kind of like the white on the red. I'm okay with that.
Choose your detail color. Pick a class.
Now,
mercenary.
I have the pre-order, so I'm going to take the mercenary class for two reasons. One,
Dead Command Psy-Freak.
all these starting classes
Saboteur
are not permanent. You get all the benefits of
Sentinel.
these later on as you play the game. You gain points, and you, based on where you put the points, you convert your character to a Sentinel or a Psy-Freak or a
Saboteur. Deadeye. Mercenary.
So the mercenary
Dead Command
and the
Saboteur.
Saboteur class are the only two classes that dual wield, which means that you come preloaded with points into dual wielding. However, the Saboteur has the dodge enemy cost, energy cost reduced by 20%.
Dead Mercenary.
The mercenary has the weapon attack inflict 10% damage more.
Dead Command Psy-Freak. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur.
So between the Saboteur and the mercenary, normally I would pick the mercenary if I did not have, the Saboteur if I did not have the mercenary
Dead Mercenary.
character.
Mercenary chosen.
But mercenary is it for me.
Sounds good. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
The hat is clipping into the sword. Can I remove the hat? Doesn't look like I can. Alright. I'm playing on PC, but I'm using an Xbox controller. Only because these types of games are best when using an Xbox controller.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
And one last thing, this game does have a light and dark balance to it, so I plan on doing this Let's Play 2 times, one for the light and one for the dark. So for this playthrough, I'll be playing as mainly the light.
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Color me light blue for freedom and loyalty.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Okay.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around eventually.
So in my second walkthrough, my character would be purple and black, just to match the dark side.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress, and as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Wow. 2 points into light. Okay. So I guess it's kind of obvious that there's a lot of animation put into this game, because they could have just have those two light and dark characters disappear, but they had to put in that extra animation bit of light beating dark. I really want to move that hat. Oh well.
Right is always right.
Wonder if they mean that literally. Right is always light. So does that mean every time I come to an intersection, if I take the right side, that would lead me to the light? Yeah. Okay.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Okay, so Bambi got taken out early in the movie.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Whoa. That was not the time to press X. Parry. Ow.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Okay. This is like the beginning intro. Now I have to figure out how to get out of there. Could have done a little bit better with the loading times. I'll try to edit those out.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Out, get out. Is that a blast door? Now, I can't zoom in on it, but if I'm not mistaken, that part on the sword looks... Can't see it properly out here. Ugh. Oh, okay. Gear. Section, you can change equipment and weapons. The circle icon represents part of the body that can be geared up with equipment found on board from vendors. Your favorites can be saved in outfit menu. Okay, that hat. Different stats. Scrap the highlighted piece of gear for crafting resources. Person rank, scrap it. Okay, I'm not a fan of wearing hats in games. I mean, what's the point in customizing your character's face if it's going to be covered by hats? So I'm not going to equip a hat. Or is there a way that I can hide it? What's that detail? Yep, much better. Alright, let's go.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
Move towards an enemy and target them with your melee attack. Aim the camera towards the enemy to target them with range attack. Reload with R bumper. Key energy is used for dodging, use mutations, and performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you will be unable to perform these actions. Wait, dodging? Damn. And you're both in and out of combat. Okay. Oh boy, okay. Huh, one down. I can't see you guys. Bye-bye, sir. Oh, ow. Whoa. Nope. I want y'all where I can see you. Oh. Okay. Katana, cope cutter. Let's go one sword for now. Anything over here? I don't see any loot drop. Those eyes. Okay. I think I need to put some points into some loot drops. He opens doors like Kratos does. No fear what's behind the door. Oh, that's right, I do have a gun, don't I? You found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Damage. Oh, magazine size 24. Okay. Some enemies will have resistance to weakness. Weapons special effect. Use them wisely. Okay, got it. equip it. To attach the special effect add-on, select it through the consumable pick menu. Okay, so gun is left. And that's a special weapon type. I don't want to use it yet. I'll save that for bosses. Hey, it disabled my gun. Okay. Guess I got no choice. Health bag. Contains item that can help heal you. Your health doesn't automatically regenerate in combat. You have to use consumables or find another way to heal. Does it regen outside of combat? Health regen 50 for every duration 5 seconds. Quick select menu. Can use bandage by holding quick select button and selecting it. Okay. Holding up. Got it. Chain that way. Door that way. They want me to go that way, so I'm gonna go this way. Don't tell me what to do. Small health pack. Okay, so that's 100 for 5 seconds. Okay, cool. So, wait a minute. Health pack, small health pack. Health pack is 50. Small health pack is 100. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Nothing there. Okay. Chain it is.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Parry. Yeah, that's... Ow. To see you guys. Come on. Man. Come on, quit tag teaming me like that. One down. Ow. Alright. Ow. Kicked in the face. Alright. Let's test the regen. Smaller. Yep, going up. Okay, I get it. Fallen enemies can often be looted for healing items. Find the highlighted fallen enemy and press Y. Got it. Remember to use your healing items when you're wounded. Open them and select hope. Yep, got that. What is that? Really? Health regen 200 dandy candy for 2 seconds. Okay, so 50 for 5 seconds is 250. Okay. So this is only 2 seconds, so this is still 400. So this will heal you more. Do I regen out of combat? It was going up when I just looked at it, and then it disappeared right when I was about to say something. Okay. Did I come from in here? Yeah, came up that chain. Okay. Who said that? Is it on the other side of this wall? Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was in the air. Ow! God. Holy crap, dude. Dandy candy. See ya. Ow! God, they killed me. All right. Okay. Those big guys, you got no choice but to shoot. Alright, come on. This one is even more. Tongue tickly. Tongue tickly. Alright. Yeah. It's kind of obvious that the enemy don't really let you catch your breath. They will gang up on you. That's alright, we'll figure it out. What? Okay. Where am I? Clouds are moving kind of fast too. Look at the fur. Nice. Visually, the game is stunning. Combat, Let's give it some more time. I still haven't figured it out yet. Shielder. Some enemies carry large shields. Oh great. You need to break the shields with melee attack before you can deal damage. Sure thing. Come on. Gotcha. Never read the what you gonna give me? Cool, thanks. See? Health is regenerating outside of combat. Okay. No, I want you. What are you aiming at? Slice of dice, partner. Defeating enemies and completing quests will give you XP. 11 and up allows you to raise one of the attributes by 10. You'll also get 1 point that you can use to unlock skills in the Kungfu and perks menu. What do you got for me? Okay, so let's level up. Alright, give me back my vitality.
Feeling good?
Alright. So basically when we created this character, like I was saying before, you could put points into different things and you can change your specs. So the 10 point I lost when I made him his agility go up, I just gained it back right there. Close combat, range combat. You earn upgrade points when leveling up. These can be used to acquire new special attacks and perks. Time to unlock your first special attack. Sounds good. Close combat or range? I'm a close combat guy. I'm not sure if I want to dual wheel or... Actually, I want to go unarmed. That's the type of character I want to build. Just call me Kungfu Joe. Alright. Once you move more up, once you have more upgrade points, remember to spend them on perks and special attacks in the Kungfu perk menu. Duh. Okay. So bring out the Kung Fu master in me. Came through there. There's nothing else in here, right?
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Old world floor are. Okay, that door wasn't able to be opened before.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Hey. Special attacks. You can wait to perform a special attacks. Plus, those special attacks are counted in the lower right hand corner of the screen. Person indicated. Input. Which special attacks.
Whoa!
Ow.
It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
I think I broke something on the way down. The border. A lot of open space in the environment. Rabbit sleep. Is that what they are? Mutated rabbits? Guess so. Okay. Is that gonna shoot something at me?
The MORKS produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
There you go. Come on, come get some. That's what I'm talking about, bioblobs. You absorb bioblobs when these are points used to unlock mutations and collect by defeating MORKS and finding containers at various places in the world. You can use your bioblobs to unlock special powers at any time by accessing the mutations part of the menu. Am I taking damage by standing? No. Do I have to destroy this? Can't do anything to it. Treasure box over there. I wonder. Nice. That's it. Ooh, almost didn't make that jump.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
You found a puzzle. These are scattered throughout the world. Some open new path, while others feature different rewards. Switch nodes. Rotate the bumpers. Number of rotations you have left. The higher the intellect, the more. Ooh. Guess intellect is important. Each node has a certain position. It must be rotated into to complete the puzzle. Running out of moves before that may have consequences. Okay. Now, rotate. That looks about right. No worries.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Okay, I guess that's a bit of the backstory. Contaminated our own planet. Still doing that today. There's a lot of detail in the environment. And the environments and
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt.
right. As I was saying, the animations, the models are really good. The textures on the floor, however, mediocre.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
What happens if you get it wrong? Okay. Let's test this.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system.
Okay.
Let's try that again.
It's just curious. Okay, so let's go this way. That looks good.
There you go.
back in Tiny Toons or Airstrike. Perfectly counter an enemy attack moves. I've been doing that all this summer.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Leave him alone. Ow.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
He's leaving. He left. Pills.
You always find good use for things like that.
Sword. I broke it down. Okay, this is more health. Can I go up the rope? Can't even grab it. Alright, well, this seems like a good spot to take a break before we talk to this guy. And now, let's go talk to him first. First episode, we can make this long. What's up, dude?
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Remember what?
How LUPA-LUPIN somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what? There's no doubt you're the child, and that what LUPA-LUPIN did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
What's that snake here?
The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Alright, I guess this is baby me.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or NONO, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
People don't believe in magic. No. Potato people is better.
You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The NONO prefer to hide in glittergrass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Glittergrass. 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 Okay. Come on. Let's... Whoa. Can I swim? The grass is disappearing.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The NONO's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life.
Pensai. What's Pensai?
The small tree you saw up there where you met
That's
will
bonsai.
eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the NONO as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the NONO, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The NONO are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Okay. What do they look like?
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of NONO out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree.
Where can I find them?
They're hiding in the glittergrass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock.
Caves, okay.
One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
That tree from the Karate Kid movie. Dodge. Yeah. Can't fight too. Its movesets are different. Inside, it looked like a helix cluster right there. To go with the genetic theme, yeah, I can see that. And the branching off is kind of like a mutation.
Now that you've seen the NONO's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us.
Foreshadowing.
You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today.
Should make over.
No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
Predator family?
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the Second Coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
Porky Puff, how can I defeat the World Eaters?
His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Googlide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Thanks. New chance went up by 3%. Alright, that was quite an interesting bit. Let's stop here. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next time.